Yeah, my name's Michael. I started going to Liberty Church about 2 years ago. I got married at the age of 18 and had a baby with my ex-wife and got divorced at 19. From then on, it eventually led me into some heavy drinking, and that heavy drinking eventually led me onto some chemical dependency. And after that, I started going to rehab. All those rehabs would work for a short amount of time. I would stay clean for about a month or so. Nothing worked. My third rehab, my parents kind of pulled me to the side and said, hey, this isn't working, let's try and get to a church, which eventually landed me into Liberty. They started taking me there, and week after week, I was still using. I still wasn't in my right mind. I remember hearing a message from Pastor Richard, which really touched my heart and kind of drew me closer to God. At the end of his sermon, Pastor Richard asked if there's anybody out there who would like to get saved and get into a real relationship with Christ. I finally made that step in faith and walked up to that altar. It was really like God reached into my chest and pulled out that desire for that chemical dependency just straight out of my heart. And from then on, man, I've been clean for about 1.5 years, and it's still going. I finally found this new love with Christ. He built in a strong desire to want to seek after Him and just know what He's about, man. And I tell you, the transformation He did for me, it went from me having the lowest self-esteem to not knowing who I was, to being depressed over my divorce and depressed over losing my family, to being grounded and being anchored by God. And that's truly what God does for you, man. If you really take the time to read His Word and go to church and do the things to want to serve Him and want to seek after Him, I'll tell you, it's a big difference from just living your day-to-day life in this world. If He can make a transformation in a guy like me, a guy who was prideful, who was arrogant, who thought he had the good looks, who can get any lady in the world he wants and just be all about himself and go after all the money, all the women, and completely change me and humble me and transform my heart to want to actually serve people and love on people, then I tell you, He can do the same for you.